Casper and Dennis here for Submission Radio, proudly brought to you by Musashi, sitting with the former UFC title challenger Wilson Reyes himself. Gotta ask you, man, what was your reaction when the UFC tells you, Wilson, we got your next fight, you're going to be fighting all the way in Australia?
Yeah, man, I was very excited, at first, for me, I said, man, it's too far, to go all the way to Australia, but then I knew that this fight was in my radar, Ben Nguyen. It's put, he's like 10 in the rank, I'm number 7, so I knew eventually this fight will, take place. And then for me, I knew he mostly fights over here in Australia, so for me, could just come over here, and then I got a free trip out of, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, because a lot of fighters look forward to coming down here to Australia. Not the flight, they don't look forward to that, but once they're here, we got kangaroos, koalas, everybody's nice. Anything you're sort of looking forward to doing while you're here, sort of checking out Adelaide?
Yeah, man, I'm kind of like, before the fight, I just kind of stay in the hotel, just training, focus on my weight cut, everything goes smooth. And but then I'm here for 2 days after the fight, So I'm definitely gonna enjoy, take some, sight around and see the koalas, the kangaroos, But man, for me, it's just awesome to just come all the way here and fight, and do what I love and see the world doing,
It's a different experience as well because you'll be fighting in the morning rather than nighttime. How have you sort of gotten used to that? We get a lot of fighters telling us that it's sort of difficult to get up out of bed and then go and fight.
Yeah, for me, I don't think it's going to be hard because we train in San Diego in the morning. Our hardest training, my sparring sessions, is always in the morning, I do train hard at night as well, but most is technique and strength condition. So I'm kind of used to, So for me, it'll be waking up and get breakfast and go spar, because that's what we do in San Diego.
Talk to us about the mindset heading into this fight against Ben Nguyen. The last 3 fights, they haven't gone your way. Granted, it was against very tough competition, but how does that sort of affect you going into this fight?
They just motivate me, to just train harder, and then be just smarter in my training, and game plan, and study my opponents, and a little bit mental, work, talk to myself. I'm very, I understand why I lost, so I really take the loss and try to understand why I lost, and then just get better from, so now going to this next fight, I make some good adjustments, and even from the Moraga fight, it was a very close fight. I even think I think I won the fight, but I was too close anyway. So I just cannot leave. I cannot let that happen. It's too close for the judges to figure out. So I need to this time I train and I work so that there's no doubts. I will beat Ben. So yes, I'm very excited, man. I'm very I'm not. There's no pressure, nothing. I'm just ready.
Talk to us a little bit about the fact that obviously in the title fight you fought Demetrious Johnson. Now Demetrious is no longer in the UFC. Are you disappointed about the fact that you might not get a chance to fight him again and possibly avenge that loss?
Yeah, man, I'm a little disappointed, because it's definitely, that's what I want. My goal is to get back the title contender, Now this, I gotta get to Ben first, and after that I wanna chase the top 5, and the title fight. But yeah, man, I think he did everything that he's supposed to do in the weight class. He was an amazing champion, and you never know what the future holds for us, But then if I see him down the road, it'll be an amazing fight, and I will fight better.
What do you think about the current champion in Cejudo and the fact that he's not really defending his title, but instead TJ Dillashaw is coming down and getting a chance to fight for the belt? A lot of people are sort of complaining because there's a lot of guys in your division that can contend for that title rather than TJ jumping in.
Yes, man. When it comes to that, it's kind of be like a super fight, So there was a talk that was happening even before Cejudo. He was talking with Demetrious, and Demetrious was the champion. Dillashaw wanted to come down and fight him. So I think this is good for weight class, man. I think it's good because it's just I believe that Cejudo is a favorite and he's gonna beat Dillashaw, and they just give more props to us, you know. Like I'm that's I think it's a good thing for the division. Obviously, you know that you have Formiga, there's a number one contender. You have other guys that are right there in the line as well, you know. But you know, they get to this fight, you know, and then when Cejudo, I mean, when all the contenders get their chance, they can do the same thing. They can become a champion. They can challenge themselves, you know, versus the you know the guys from the often different weight class, you know. So I think it's a good thing.
So do you think the division sticks around? Because at this point, from what Dana White's saying, it kind of sounds like the division might not be around a lot longer.
Yeah, man, I personally haven't heard anything like from Dana White and from the UFC, so I'm just, you know, I haven't heard anything, I just keep my finger crossed that, you know, the weight class stays, you know.
If you had to move up to 135, would that be something you would be open to?
Yeah, definitely be open to, you know. I you know, we just gotta see what happens, man. You know, for me, either way, I gotta get a win Saturday. You know, like I mean Sunday here. But then when I do, you know, but then and then that's what comes next. You know, what to figure out. But you know, until you know end of January, we still have the weight class. You know, so.
Mm. And also, you said that you believe Cejudo beats Dillashaw.
Yes.
What makes you think that? Sort of, how do you see him getting it done? Do you think his wrestling sort of gets the job done?
Not just the wrestling, but Cejudo is a well-rounded fighter. You know, like he possesses, you know, like skills, strength, you know, technique, you know, in everything he does. You know, so in the flyweights, 57 kilos, I believe he beats Dillashaw because he's familiar with the pace of the fight, you know, with the weight class and everything. You know, I think Dillashaw is an amazing athlete, amazing fighter. And but then at flyweight, I believe the Cejudo has the advantage.
Mm. Talk to us a little bit about this matchup with Ben. Obviously, Ben has had, you know, a couple of tough fights himself. But how do you think this fight is going to go this weekend, and how do you think you match up with him?
I think we were a little different in style. You know, Ben's like more like a striker, you know, but Ben also wrestles a lot in his fight. You know, he grapples a lot in his fights. You know, so I am expecting Ben to be just aggressive like he always is. You know, for me, man, I am a pressure fighter, so I want to counter. I want to pressure him, and I want to counter him. You know, I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be one of the best fights in the card, man. Our fight's very exciting. You know, he's number 10, I'm number 7. You know, so right there, top 10. You know, so I came over here, man. I didn't come here to just give him a fight. I came here to beat him and beat him well. You know, so I'm very confident. I train very hard. Down Alliance MMA in San Diego, we have amazing guys that we train with. You know, so got me very ready for this fight. You know.
And I imagine there's a great deal of pressure as well. Obviously, you've lost a few fights back to back, and a lot of people would look at the situation as if you lose this one, this could be your last fight in the UFC. How do you deal with that mental pressure going into this fight?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think about it, you know. Like, obviously, it's there. You know, you know, like, you know, a loss doesn't, it will not look good, you know, not a loss. But for me, it just, I can't put the pressure on myself, you know. I just have to train and then have fun, you know. I do everything because I love doing, you know, and so when I get ready, when I'm getting ready for this fight, I mean, all I think is me winning, you know. So that's how I usually do anyway, you know. But then this time it just I'll have a little bit of extra motivation, you know. Just that will be on pressure. That will be just a motivation, you know. So just have to do that and make sure I win.
Well, we look forward to seeing the fight this weekend, Wilson. Best of luck. I got to compliment you on your shoes, by the way. They're very captivating. A little bit of pink on there. Did you pick these out yourself?
I did pick them. No. They not Reebok not giving me this. I bought this. Yeah.
You bought these?
Yeah.
I can see why.
I'm a sneakers freak, man. You know, like I love sneakers. Yeah. I have, and then Reebok is one of my favorite. The classics, you know. Then this, you know, they're pretty cool.
I was going to say, you're a sneakerhead. How many sneakers do you think you own? How many pairs? Is there a room in the house just dedicated to sneakers?
It's not a room, but it's definitely a big room on my closet, you know. Overall, probably around 50 or so, you know.
Wow, so many sneakers, a huge fight this weekend. We wish you all the best.
Yes.
And hopefully you can enjoy the kangaroos and the koalas here if things go your way. Thank you so much, Wilson.
Thank you guys very much.